Are these assets exempt when you apply for Medicaid? Imagine trying to qualify for Medicaid and wondering which of your assets will count and which won't. Knowing the difference can make a big difference in your planning. When applying for Medicaid, some assets are considered exempt, meaning they don't count toward the limit. Others are counted and can affect your eligibility. First, let's talk about what counts as a countable asset. Cash, money in bank accounts, stocks, bonds, investments, and any real estate not used as your primary home are usually counted. If you own a second home or rental property, those are often counted unless they meet specific exemptions. Now, what about assets that are exempt? Your personal belongings like clothing, furniture, and household items are not counted. One vehicle is generally exempt regardless of its value, which is helpful if you own a car for daily use. Your primary residence is usually exempt if you or your spouse live there or if you plan to return. But there is a limit on the home's equity. In 2025, that limit ranges from about $730,000 to over $1 million depending on your state. If your home's equity exceeds that, the extra might be counted. Some states like California do not have a home equity limit. Other exempt assets include burial funds set aside in prepaid plans or irrevocable burial trusts. Small life insurance policies without cash value are usually exempt, but policies with cash value could impact your eligibility. Retirement accounts like individual retirement accounts or 401(k) plans are typically exempt as assets, but the income they generate is counted as income. Vehicles are mostly exempt, with one vehicle allowed regardless of its value. Personal effects such as clothing and household goods are also exempt. For those planning ahead, setting aside funds for burial expenses or purchasing a prepaid plan can be exempt assets. In the case of married couples, all assets are considered jointly owned, regardless of whose name they are in. The non-applicant spouse, called the community spouse, can keep a certain amount of assets called the Community Spouse Resource Allowance. In 2025, that amount can be up to about $157,920, which helps protect the spouse from impoverishment. It's important to remember that Medicaid has a 5-year look-back period. Any asset transfers or gifts made below fair market value during that time can lead to penalties and delay eligibility. Planning ahead and documenting assets carefully is key. Working with an elder law attorney can help you understand your state's specific rules. They can guide you on how to convert countable assets into exempt ones legally, like prepaying for burial or buying a primary residence. Proper planning can help you qualify without losing assets unnecessarily. In summary, many assets are exempt when applying for Medicaid. Your primary home, one vehicle, personal belongings, burial funds, and some retirement accounts often don't count. But rules vary by state, and improper transfers can cause delays. Knowing these facts helps you plan better and protect your assets while qualifying for Medicaid.